at Agribition 2013. I'm with Anne-Marie with Canada Beef and Jolene with the Canadian Cattlemen's Association. You guys are working on a program right now, the Beef Advocacy Program. Where did that idea come from?
Well, do you want to take that one?
Go for it, Anne-Marie.
So there's a program in the U.S. through the National Cattlemen's Beef Association called the Masters of Beef Advocacy, and it's obviously American focused, American material. And when we saw it a couple of years ago, we really wanted to build an opportunity for Canada and Canadian producers to have a similar program. And so that's really where it started. And it was originally, can we just kind of massage the Masters of Beef Advocacy Program to be Canadian? And then we decided, no, we can do this a different way and maybe a little bit better. And so that's what we're working on right now, is our own.
And there will be 2 levels to the program. So you guys are working on the first right now.
Yes, we're working on the first, and we're working on our website platform right now. So we are getting that together, and we're going to be piloting it soon and then releasing in the new year and having it live. But we do have 2 levels of coursework. The first level, when we talked about the Master Beef Advocacy course, that is strictly a producer focus for the audience. They have to go through a screening process. And we decided that since we're going to be gathering all this information anyways, and we struggled a bit about what is going to be ground level information in this course, so we went back and forth a bit about what was too high level and what wasn't specific enough, and decided that we'd like to have information available to the consumer as well. So the first level is very, very basic. It goes right from genetics and breeding all the way to different cuts that end up in the supermarket and everything in between.
Yeah.
So we also have information on the basics of our industry and what it brings to the Canadian economy, nutrition facts, food safety, safe handling, and all that kind of stuff. So it's all rolled into that first level. When you get into the second level, it's going to be a lot more specific and a lot more detailed, a lot on different things that producers need to be aware of when they become an advocate for the beef industry. Different hot topics like feed additives, of course, are a big one, especially with the EU deal that's recently gone through.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk a little bit about the first level is for anybody. Why should they want to do it? And is it all online?
It's all online.
Okay.
The course and all the material will be available online, and it will be available in a number of different ways. So you can use it on your smartphone, you can do it on your computer on your desk, you can do it on a tablet or an iPad. So we really wanted it to be accessible from anywhere. Why should you do it? There's a number of reasons. If there's producers who are interested in being involved in this program, we're hoping that they will get engaged online, and they're going to need to do the first level in order to do the second level and become advocates. But there's a lot of people who have questions about the beef industry. You Google something and you never know what you're going to get up. So we really wanted to have a home for all the resources for this kind of information. So if someone who eats beef or feeds beef to their families and has some questions, they can check in here. They don't need to do the quizzes if they don't want to. They can run through the coursework. They can check out some of the resources that will be available publicly, and it'll be a really good way for us to share information from all parts of the industry. It's not just Canada Beef and CCA. We've got the Canadian Beef Breeds Council involved. We've got CCIA and CFIA involved. We've got CanFax and the grading agency. So all the pieces that make gate to plate happen, they've got some skin in the game. They have their information involved here, and they're very committed to helping us provide a full picture to whoever's interested.
And for level 2, will there be eligibility criteria?
Yes, there will be. It'll be similar to how the Master Beef Advocacy course is set up. So there will be a screening process in place to make sure that there are no radicals coming in, or we're going to try not to have any radicals coming into the program that would misuse the information that we're going to be delivering through the coursework in the library in a way that isn't beneficial to the beef industry. So there definitely will be a screening process. And at the end of level 2, once they've graduated the program, producers will also receive media training.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we also feel it's important to make sure there's an investment of time, there's investment of money from our organizations as well as our funder, ALMA. And so we want to make sure the right people are using this material and this are using our resources to the best of their benefit. And so, yeah, we potentially may not want to have every person who ever wanted to change you from a meatitarian to a vegetarian involved. And so we're going to just try to screen for the right people. We want to make sure that if we're spending the money and the time, that we're getting people who are really going to be advocates for our industry at the end of the day.
Sure. Does it touch on quite a bit of the diversity in agriculture? How does that work?
We've got a pretty broad scope as far as if you're looking, I mean, in level 1, it's to consumers. So what does it mean to be natural? What does it mean to be organic? What does grass finished mean? What does grass or grain finished mean? So those are the kinds of things that we're trying to help people understand what it actually means. A lot of people assume if it says natural that it's organic, and those aren't mutually exclusive. They're not synonyms. So what we're trying to do is help them understand all of those different aspects of the industry.
How will it look for a producer who finishes the program? Will there be a graduation of sorts?
Yeah, so what we're planning on doing is having graduation twice a year, depending on how many people we get enrolled within the first year and that kind of thing. But that's our end goal, is to have grad 2 times a year. And it'll be at the Canadian Cattlemen's Association annual meeting in Ottawa and the Canada Beef Forum as well. So those will be our 2 times in September, or 2 times during the year. And so that's where they'll also receive media training.
Cool. And the pilot program will be up and running this winter, hopefully.
Yes.
So when will we be able to actually log in and start this? Anybody?
Well, we don't have a date yet, but we really hope, we want the pilot program to be ready and have the people who are doing the pilot able to do it just before Christmas. So that gives everybody some time to do it, and then we really want it to be live for everybody January, February of 2014. So we're working hard to make sure those timelines come up. And then once we have level 1 done, we start on level 2. So we've got to keep this moving. So we really want to get level 1 up and out the door so that we can get working on the real meat potatoes of the advocacy part.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds really exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Thank you guys so much for the interview.
Thank you.